डॉक्टर भगवान समान होता है. We have not only heard this statement everywhere but also believed it at some point. But if you are one of those people who have been in and out of a hospital many times in your life, then you would know that this beautiful relationship is not as sweet as they say it is. So, if you have ever been in a quarrel with a doctor, or you think you weren't given the service you were expecting from a doctor, or you simply want to know what needs to be done if something like this happens to you in future, then this video is just for you. Because here I'll be sharing with you the legal methods to seek justice from a negligent healthcare provider. Firstly, welcome to my channel Law and Doctor. I'm Dr. Dilip Walke, a Pune-based gynecologist and also a consultant on legal aspects of medical practice. I have been the president of Pune Obstetric and Gynecological Society and the chairman of the Ethics and Medico-Legal Committee of FOXI. And I have been giving legal advice on medical practice only to my doctor colleagues for the past 30 years. But now I believe it is important to share this information even with the public. This channel is just a small attempt on my part to bridge this ever-increasing gap of distress and intolerance between the medical fraternity and their patients. On this channel, I'll be providing you with all the information on medical law that you will need as a patient. We'll also be consulting with many medico-legal experts and lawyers in our coming videos. Okay, enough about me, now let's get to it. Before fighting for justice, it is important to make sure what kind of justice we are looking for. Now, there are three types: compensation from the doctor or the hospital, arrest of the doctor, or revoking the doctor's medical license. And there is another, not so secret, not so legal option as well, which is gather a few of your angry friends and just vandalize the place. But remember, in the long run, this option can hurt you more than it can hurt the doctor. But more about this act and mob violence in some other video. We are here about legal ways of seeking justice. First up, compensation. You can ask for compensation if you feel that the doctor has done a civil wrong in the treatment. This is called a civil case, and it is packed with in-depth interviews, statements, and legal proceedings. But like I said, doctors aren't gods anymore. They are service providers and you are consumers. So you can also ask for compensation in the consumer court. Advantage of filing a case in the consumer court is that it is a fast-track court, meaning a decision is made only on the basis of documents submitted and no time is wasted on examination and cross-examination of witness and lengthy trials. Another advantage is that it is cheaper, and as the name suggests, it is a consumer court. It sides with the consumer more than the provider. But if the judges feel that this case is too complicated and needs more investigation, then they can still refer a consumer case to a civil court. So you will likely end up in the same rut that you wanted to avoid in the first place, which is wasting time in both the courts. Next up, criminal case. In case of a criminal negligence, you can do two things. First thing is obviously file an FIR with the police then and there. Now the police does not understand the nitty-gritty of a medical field. They have no idea of medical procedures or medical terminologies. So they are not going to be the final authority that makes the decision. They simply conduct a preliminary inquiry and send the necessary data and case papers to either the medical college or a civil hospital. It is then looked over by the dean of the college or a civil surgeon. So remember, it is a team of doctors in the end that decides whether there was medical negligence or no. But this does not mean that since the decision is made by a medico, the conclusion will always be in favor of a doctor. And the last one, revoking a doctor's license. If you feel that your doctor was so negligent, so incompetent in his skill that his or her medical license should be suspended or even cancelled, then you can file a complaint with the MCI, which is the Medical Council of India. MCI is not the only forum. There are also other forums for homeopathic doctors, Ayurvedic doctors, and Unani doctors, links to which are all provided in the video description below. Now the MCI has been dissolved and we now have NMC, that is the National Medical Council. During the hearing, both the parties, that is you and the doctor, will be called to the office and will be allowed to give your own testimonies. Again remember, NMC is only a forum created to ensure doctors' degrees and ethical practice. It has no jurisdiction over hospital administration. So make sure you know whose fault it is before you ask for punishment. There is a fourth option as well, and that is the Human Rights Commission. Although with this there is no way of getting compensation from the doctor or demanding doctor's arrest, all you can do is hold the doctor accountable on humanitarian grounds. Your lawyer can help you file this complaint on the Human Rights Commission website. Now, if you really want to get back at your negligent doctor, you can file a case in multiple courts all at once. But remember, you can ask for compensation in only one court, either civil or consumer, not both at the same time. So choose wisely. So friends, in this video we learned all the legal options of filing a complaint against a doctor. But I'm sure you still will have a lot more questions. Questions like, are only doctors responsible for negligence, or are hospital authorities answerable too? How to tell which kind of negligence has happened so as to choose the best court? Was there medical negligence at all? How to categorize medical negligence? What if the result of the case is not in my favor? Is there an option of an out-of-court settlement? I'll be answering these questions in the next video with the help of another expert in the field. I already have a list of questions, but in case you have any more on this topic, do put them down in the comment section below and I'll try to include as many of them in the interview as I can. I still have a lot more content that I would like to share with you. And as and when I can, I'll be posting new videos here. So do subscribe to this channel, like this video and share it with anyone whom you think can benefit from this information.